Fitting in exercise as a parent can be really tough. Today, I'm going to be walking you through 4 different tips on how to integrate more flexibility, reliability, and structure within your fitness routine. Hi, my name is Lily. I'm a behavior change coach as well as a director of coaching and training development at Body Brain Alliance. In this video, I'm going to be walking you through some strategies on how to fit in exercise, especially for my parents out there. Finding time to work out is hard enough. You put parenting little ones on top of it, and it creates an additional layer of a barrier on how we might fit it into our routine and in our schedule and even find time to do it. We also know that exercise is really important for us. It helps us build muscle, it helps us get stronger, it helps us have longevity, it helps us maintain our health, and that's important not just for ourselves, but also for our kids. My number one strategy and tip is to understand that you do not need to exercise every single day. So I talk with a lot of people, especially parents, who are trying to get into an exercise regimen that they are consistent with, and the very first thing they ask me is, Lily, how many times a week should I be exercising? I'm finding all of these plans and programs that are 5+ days a week, and I don't think I can follow through with it. I totally hear you. You do not need to be exercising 5, 6, 7 days a week. We want to make sure that we are intentional with our exercise and the program that we are following. And most of the time, that doesn't take more than 3 days. You can have really great workouts that are effective and they get you results and they help you feel amazing. 30-minute workouts 3 times a week. We want to be effective with our planning. And part of the planning is making sure that we have a program that we can rely on and that isn't overreaching in our fitness level. So I encourage you to start small. So even if 3 days for 30 minutes doesn't sound like a lot right now, it can be an amazing place to start for you to understand some of those barriers or some of those obstacles you may need to overcome for that goal of increasing the number of days over time. Strategy number 2 is if you don't want to be away from your kids, because going to the gym is not everyone's cup of tea and going to the gym is not necessarily accessible to everyone, you want to consider what other pockets of time may be realistic for you to fit in exercise. One of the ways is to consider maybe during their nap time, before they wake up or after they go to sleep. So that way you're not missing out on that family time that you really, really treasure and can still get in that movement. If you are a working parent, you may want to consider fitting in exercise during your work day by taking a 30-minute break or just even smaller pockets of time that are 10 to 15 minutes so that you can get in some kind of exercise and movement there within your day and not have to worry about that extra piece of planning outside of your normal work hours. The feeling of being away from your family brings me to strategy and tip number 3, which is you do not have to feel guilty for taking the time for you. I work with many parents who are clients who feel guilty for taking that individual time for themselves to exercise. Now, like I mentioned, you can exercise when maybe that one-on-one time isn't really available, like when your kids are sleeping. But for some parents, and like myself as being a parent to a toddler, he wakes up really early, and I'm not waking up any earlier than 5 a.m. to get in a workout. That is my personal choice. So that window of time is simply not available to me. And so that means that I have different pockets of time, different windows of opportunity to get in exercise, and maybe someone who is either a non-parent or a parent of a child who is sleeping in much later in the morning. That's okay. But even if you are someone who wants to go to the gym or wants to go to some kind of club to be able to exercise, you are allowed to have that time for you. And as a cliche saying goes, you can't pour from an empty cup. If your goal is to exercise, to feel more grounded, to feel more peaceful, to manage your stress a little bit better, we know that that individual time where you're exercising solo can even be more monumental when you return back into the family dynamic and you're able to be more present. Prioritizing yourself not only makes you a better parent, it makes you a better mom, it makes you a better person. Tip and strategy number 4 is to consider involving your family and your kids into your exercise plan. One of the things that I personally love to do is to involve my son into my exercise regimen. There are definitely days where I want to be tunnel vision, solo exercising, and have that time just for me. And that's okay. Just as much as I really value the times that I'm able to integrate him into my exercise and he can kind of see me be strong. One of the ways that I do that is taking him on walks with me, whether we are going to a local trail and finding really awesome sticks in the woods, or I'm pushing him I would do different variations of squats and lunges. I would be able to lay on my back and push him up and be able to use him as a chest press. And it's another great way to involve your baby, involve your kids in your exercise that allows you to have the best of both worlds without feeling like you're sacrificing one or the other. Overall, I very much encourage you to find a mix of these types of things. Not only do I very much recommend you to plan ahead and know what you are looking forward to for your week and what your intentions are with getting an exercise, I also encourage you to determine which one of those workouts you want to be solo and just for you, which ones you want to be integrated with your family. How might they fall within your schedule? There's no right or wrong answer here. It is whatever is going to help you stick with exercise, be able to involve it more in your life, find joy in movement, and over time create more consistency. If you found this helpful and you want to build on ways to prioritize yourself as a parent, we have another YouTube video that I talk about on the different strategies that you can take to make sure that you are prioritizing yourself within your schedule and within your life as a parent. As always, don't forget to hit the like button on this video and subscribe if you found this to be helpful, and we will see you in the next video.